All right, here we are at the bow of the boat where you can see the roller furling jib and the bow pulpit. And then there are the running lights. Starboard works, port I need to look at replacing the bulb. Here is the anchor locker. It looks like maybe it's got 50 feet of chain. And then there's a road that goes down into the locker below. So this all has to get cleaned up at some point. And if you were going to do serious long-term cruising, you would have to install some sort of a windlass in there too, to help make it easier to get the chain up and down. You can see like some of the woodwork is definitely hasn't been maintained, so that just needs a light sanding and then some varnishing, and that should be good to go. And then again, you can sort of see like in the gel coat, this is the main problem in a lot of spots on the boat, where the gel coat is just crazed and needs to get sanded back and repainted, I think. But for a large part, again, the non-skid is in great shape. It's just kind of worn down, and I think all the non-skid surfaces I can probably just repaint with the Kiwi grip. And then for the other areas where all this stuff is going on, that's going to have to be sanded back and painted, or maybe even re-gel coated. So there you see the spinnaker pole again, and it's a good looking boat. It's got great lines, and once you take the cover off, it's easier to jump the main from the mast and then have somebody take up the slack from inside of the Dodger. The lifelines are in pretty good shape. The rigging, as you can see, is in pretty good shape, but the mast definitely needs a good cleaning. The spreaders need a good cleaning. I need to replace the tape on the spreader boots. See what's going on at the top of the mast with the VHF antenna up there. And but there's hardly any corrosion. There's a little bit at some of the tangs that go down through the deck. So that'll have to be investigated at some point. Maybe those things needed to be rebedded. And but I think this rigging has a lot. Standing rigging still has a lot of life in it. I think the lifelines need to be replaced at some point. You can see there's some rust poking through at some places. This vinyl covered steel wire is not even allowed anymore. So I'll have to replace that with bare steel, or maybe even some synthetic Dyneema. And if I decide that I want to upgrade the rigging, maybe I can do some Dyneema, synthetic rigging on the standing rigging too.